I'm Tim Kearns, and this is the Thanksgiving edition of Panther Preview, brought to you by the Gloria Food Store, 268 Rantoul Street in Beverly. With me once again as he prepares his Panthers for Turkey Day confrontation with Salem High School is Beverly head coach Jeff Hutton. Jeff, welcome.
Hi, Tim. How are you?
This will be one of the last times that we get to talk this year. We will get together after the Thanksgiving Day game and do a Panther review, looking back at this season. Going into this game, riding a winning streak, hoping to end on that high note. What's the mood of the team at this time?
Well, I think we just want to play. You know, you have this long week and a half, and after we've won 3 in a row, once you start winning, you want to get back as soon as you can and play. You know, I think when you're in the middle of a losing streak, the weeks seem longer in a negative way, and then when you're winning, you just want to play right away to carry that momentum. And I think we've had some great practices because of that. We're feeling pretty good. Well, I think we're about as healthy as we've been all season. We got some guys that are back, some pieces that we've been moving around or that solidified themselves, and I think we're in for a good night. I think we're feeling pretty good.
Are you going to change? Like the quarterback situation, or any of the positional moves that you've made over the last couple of weeks, are you going to change any of those, or are you going to just stay with what has worked?
Well, you watch the Bull Durham, we don't mess with a streak, right? So whatever's been working, it's just good that we got guys back that can help. You know, we've had some guys that have been missing the last couple of weeks for injuries or other reasons who are now back. So bringing them on board makes us that much better.
So now you got a deeper team to go up against Salem with.
We're going to need it because that's a pretty good football team over there. They're feeling pretty confident. They have their second year in a row. We had a Rotary luncheon today. I think they had mentioned this is the first time in almost 20 years where they've had back-to-back winning seasons. And they were 6-4 coming into the game last year. They're 6-4 again, and they've got the talent that could really give us some fits, and they could, and then I think they probably believe they should win on Thanksgiving.
Certainly now, this has been an up-and-down season for you guys. You started off, winless over the first 6 games, and all of a sudden you found it, and you've kept that winning momentum here going into the final game of the season. That's got to be satisfying for you.
Sure. You wish you would have done a few different things at the beginning of the year so you could be playing for a winning record. Like that's some of our goals. Winning record, win the league, playoffs, win Thanksgiving, and those other ones didn't work out for us this year for whatever reason. But this one, we still have that in our sights, and it would really mean a lot to us. We had a couple of former coaches come back and speak on behalf of the game. We had Coach Billy Hamer the other day speak to the team. Today we had Coach Dave Wilbur. And the one thing I remember from Dave speaking to the teams and just coaching with them is that not only is this like the last game for the seniors, it's the first game of next season. And if you approach it that way, like that sets the tone for the off season. It gets everybody back. It feels good about it, and you have a really good off season. The attendance is a little higher at the weight room, and guys want to go play sports, and just having that momentum of a win on Thanksgiving is really could be something big for us.
I'm thinking about our conversation last year before the Thanksgiving Day game, and I believe Dave came and spoke to the team at that time, and that was his exact same message to the team.
Oh yeah, I mean it's no matter how many times he says it, you can't say it enough. Like it is really important that they show up, they play, they respect the rivalry, they respect Salem as an opponent because they are good. In that game, the records don't matter. We were just talking to one of our coaches, Mark Hannibal, was a quarterback. His junior year, Beverly was 7-3, and I think Salem was 3-7 going into the game, and that was a game Malik Van Alstine ran for 330 yards, and we lost by a touchdown. Like, it can happen.
Yeah, and speaking of Malik, he went on to have a great career at Framingham State.
Yep.
He set all kind of records for rushing down there. So he wasn't a flash in the pan. He kept it up afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned Billy Hamer.
Oh yeah.
The angels sing when you mention Billy's name. He's not with them yet, thank God.
Yeah.
But he just brings a touch of nostalgia.
Yep.
And I hope the kids fully understand and appreciate what he has meant to Beverly, not only Beverly football, but Beverly athletics over the years.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, it's nice to, like last year we had Roger Rosinski speak to the team. They're in the gym. The plaques down there, the Hall of Fame football coaches that were working, PE teachers here at Beverly High School, now they can actually see those plaques down there and realize like their importance and why they actually have a plaque, because they've earned it. They deserved it for, all their contributions to not only just the Beverly football team, but the Beverly community as a whole.
Certainly. As you look forward to this game, you've had an extended time off since the last game. Kids have had a couple of days off before you really get into practice. And again, it's nothing new. It's the same thing. It's working on correcting little mistakes, just to make sure that everybody's back on the same page where they should have been. In the best of times, stay there. Take care of your assignments, not somebody else's, and you should come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't know how to down block at this point in the season, then they're probably not going to learn it the week before Thanksgiving. So it's put a little bit more polish on it. Make sure any wrinkles. Watch as much film as you can on your opponent. Find any little crazy thing that they did in the fourth quarter of a game that they didn't think nobody was watching, and I'm sure they're doing the same thing for us. How can you take advantage of what you think are different spots where you can, go for a home run here, a home run there. I'm sure they've watched 4,000 hours of film, and we all of us have gotten to the point where we feel like we can't watch anymore. We're just oversaturated, and then the problem with having a long time is you overthink it, and then you want to add more. Oh, what if we did this? What if we did that? And it's like, guys, right? And I'm guilty of it myself. Like, let's just, what got us here, right? What's been working over the last couple of weeks, and let's find a way to emphasize that and then add from there.
Tomorrow's practice, it's a half day of school for the holiday coming up. What becomes the focus for tomorrow? Just getting the kids into play mode, maybe?
Yeah, well, I think you just got to kind of keep reinforcing and reminding them that, yes, it is for them, because it's no Super Bowl for us. It's the most important high school game in their career up to this point. This is it, right? It's the last one for a lot of the guys. And for our younger guys, this is what it's going to feel like. This is what competitive, hard-nosed, slobber knocker football should be like. That's what Thanksgiving should be against your rival. And just make sure that we don't get caught in all the other hoopla. Right, it's most likely going to be the most fans they've seen at any of their high school football games, especially this year. The loudest the crowd's going to be, the fastest their heart's going to be. They're going to not be able to catch their breath at some point.